Hello, my friend. Welcome to live chat. It is good to be back with you live. Oh my goodness, I feel like I haven't been sitting in this chair in so long. It is so good to be back. And I wanted to take this opportunity to first tell you how much I missed you. And second, because I wasn't able to get my ish together. To get a product report together for you for this week's What's Up in Makeup. You know, things happen. Some things just aren't worth fighting for. What I did though, which I think actually is very appropriate, is I went through the product releases that if I had been able to organize it all, that I would have shared with you. There's so many channels out there that are sharing new product releases at this point that I on my last What's Up in Makeup, I had a list of all the people that are doing new product releases. What I did instead was I pulled out the weirdest ones, the ones that I feel like will strike conversation between us. I have 6 of them that I want to talk to you about because stuff popped off while I was gone. there's there's some weird choices that brands are making. They're making odd choices, and I want to talk to you about it. A lot of stuff happening. So before we get into those 6 things that I pulled out that I specifically want to have a conversation about, we need to talk about this. I want to say hello very quickly to the people that are here live in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness. I want to say hello to the people that I've invited into my home, the people that are here live. If you are not here live, that's okay too, though. You are absolutely part of the collective brain. You can participate in the comment section down below or just in your own brain and yelling at your television or your phone or whatever it may be. You're still participating, whether I can hear you or not. But I do want to say hello to the people that have made it here live. So let's talk to Shell. Hi, Shell. Shell says, Jen, so glad you had a great trip and feeling better. Thank you. I am feeling mostly better. I am testing negative, and I had COVID for the very first time. I managed to avoid it for 4 years, over 4 years, and then I got it, which was not fun. But I still am coughing just a little bit, but I am testing negative. I think I'm just still healing. I think my lungs are just healing. And when I cough, it does give me a little bit of pain. So I'm hoping that goes away soon and that's not like a long COVID thing. We will see. Despite how nonchalant people seem to be about COVID now, it is more than just a common cold. It is miserable. You do not want to get it. If nothing else, it is just not fun. It is not enjoyable. It just blows my mind how people are just like, oh, whatever, it doesn't even matter anymore. And it's like, who wants to get sick? Nobody wants to get sick. And plus we have to consider immunocompromised people. Like it's just it blows my mind. I didn't realize how like people were just whatever about COVID now. Like it's like, but yes, I am feeling quite a bit better. But do not recommend. 0 out of 10 recommending on the COVID. Roya, good morning to you. Happy Sunday from Orange County, California. Always jealous every time you say that. Stacy, good morning. Good morning to you. But Roya, I hope you enjoy that beautiful weather down there for me. Teresa, my friend, hello. Teresa says hello and welcome back to chat. I hope you all are doing well. Excuse me. Flory, I know you're floating around there somewhere. Flory, hello. Hopefully you got my text message because the text messages came in really weird and I did text you back, but I don't know if it went through properly. So if you did not get that text, we will chat later. But hello to Teresa. Thank you to our moderators for being here. Thank you to Steph and Audra for being here as well, and keeping this just a nice, safe place and happy place to chat. Hello, Carrie. Good morning, and thank you for the welcome back. Shell, same comment. Somehow I missed that. Oh, she must have typed it twice. Cynthia, good morning to you, and thank you for the welcome back. Hello, Lisa. Lessa, good morning. Jesse, happy Sunday. I'm glad to see you're feeling better. I hope everyone is having a good day. Thank you so much. Hello, Chloe. Good morning to you. Good morning, Angie. Another welcome back. Glad you're feeling better. Catching up on What's Up in Makeup. It's a juicy one this week. We got a lot going on in What's Up in Makeup. Stay tuned to the business news when we talk about Peyton List from Cobra Kai, her makeup line, and what happened with that. I know it may not sound that interesting because you may not even know who she is and what she's talking about, but that is a hot mess of a story. Don't make sure you like stay tuned for that story. It's kind of like 3/4 of the way into What's Up in Makeup. Don't neglect that one because that is something else. It's like Morphe kind of vibes, but without declaring bankruptcy. It's really wild. It's a wild story. I guess, well, here we go. We'll do a couple more. Jennifer, good morning to you. Happy Sunday. Hello, Miss Lavender. Good morning, and thank you for the welcome back. Christine and Tiffany and French Fry and Sorojan. Hello, happy Sunday to you. Hello, Tish and Mary. Happy August. And there is my friend Flory. Thank you for being here. SJ and Mel and Elizabeth and AF and Raphael. Hello, hello, and everyone else. If I did not say good morning to you, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. So Angie, this is an excellent segue. Angie's been a member for 50 months. Thank you, Angie, so much for the support. I appreciate you with my entire soul. Thank you so much. She ordered the Urban Decay Naked Palette to pick up today. And wow, that is the first thing we're going to be talking about. So thank you, Angie, for that. The first thing we're going to be talking about is Urban Decay has re-released their original Naked palette. Here is the new photo. It is now $59. I want to say I paid $45 for mine. Should have gotten it out. Should be right here. Where are you, fuzzy little guy? It's probably buried. I see the Naked 3. Here's 3. There's Naked 3. Where's my original? Here's Naked 2. Where's my original? Where's the fuzzy one? Oh, well, I'm not going to spend forever looking for it. It's usually in there. I must have used it for something. Did I put it in the wrong place? Is it here? It is. I found it. It was in the wrong place. All right. Here is my original Urban Decay Naked palette. I actually didn't end up using this all that much. And I had purchased the Naked 2 first. And I loved my Naked 2. It was one of the inspirations for the growth, for me doing makeup reviews, because I felt like it changed my makeup game. So I ended up buying the original Naked palette, and then I actually didn't end up, look how much I used it. I didn't hardly use it at all, which is strange. I should really, I could probably dig back into this and use it. I probably bought this maybe in 2014. Something like that. I mean, it's a powder product. I don't hardly use a thing. I did use my Naked 2, though. It's missing a shadow. I think that's strange marketing from Urban Decay. When did they discontinue the original Naked palette? About a year ago, and then to re-release it. Supposedly, it's a new formula. They've revamped the formula, which I think would be good. I think that we all kind of expect a better formula at this point. Back then, we were comparing it to things that weren't as good. So yeah, I mean, I think maybe that's why I didn't use the original Naked as much as the Naked 2. I don't know, but it's back. And I think that it's smart marketing in a way, in that people that didn't get the original, it's it's a classic, almost like, buying a classic car or listening to music on a CD or or a tape or an 8-track or a record or whatever. I mean, it just feels very classic. But do you need this? That's the question. Like, really, really and truly, if you don't own this, do you need this? Or do you just want this just to say you have it? And will that bring you long-term joy? That is the question. And you have to decide that for yourself. I've owned it for many years and I haven't used it much. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Mandy says, LMBO, laugh at my butt off, story of my life trying to find a palette I've hidden. I know, right? I couldn't find it. Genevieve has hers still. That's cool. Eldritch Yarn Being. Oh, that dang Naked palette is tempting me, even though I prefer loud and bright colors. I just remember being 14 and wanting it so bad, but not having the money. 14-year-old me is screeching right now. See, that kind of makes sense to me. This is the thing about natural palettes. If you're a color lover, not to encourage you to buy it, But if you like those colors, it is nice to pair some more natural colors that are closer to your skin tone with those bright colors to kind of like give your look more dimension. So I don't know. You probably already have a natural palette you use for that if you choose to do that. Do you need it? Probably not. But this is what Urban Decay was thinking. This is what they were doing. Is they were going after you. We'll see. You'll have to let me know whether it works and you end up getting it. I personally don't think that you need it, but I can see why people want it. Kaibara 96 says, I love my original one, but ended up throwing it out as it was ancient. I may pick up the new one now. Mons ended up ordering the Naked as well. It's on the way. Yeah, Julie says, I want this so bad. I've never had one, but I have to buy a car. So I can't get it. And I'm really sad. I'm going to miss out. You know what? This is the thing, Julie. Do not let them get you on that this is going to be discontinued forever. Honestly, like this is what I think. I honestly think that they will probably end up re-releasing all of them as a bundle at the holidays. Remember they used to have those big vaults and it had all of them in it? I think they're going to re-release them all. That's my prediction. I could be wrong. I don't have any ins at Urban Decay. But really and truly, though, it's not anything you don't already have. Like, I know that it's the Urban Decay Naked palette and it's legendary, but you don't need it. It's a collector's piece is what it comes down to. And the price is nuts. $59. I guess that's just what eyeshadow palettes cost now, but $59? Do you remember when we used to scoff at a $70 eyeshadow palette? We're like, oh my gosh. Like when Natasha Denona was releasing like the more expensive palettes, we were all like, oh, it's so expensive. And now it's like, seems like every eyeshadow palette is that expensive. But Julie, I don't think you need it. I'm trying to help you to not feel bad about it. Honestly, like you have those colors already. It's really just they're trying to get you on the nostalgia. They're trying to get you on the FOMO. They're trying to get you on the fear, that you're worried you're going to miss out on it. You don't need it. You're not really gonna miss that much if you miss it. Tiffany says, I hated the fuzzy case on the Naked palette. It got so dirty. It is weird. The velvet, because it's like true velvety. It's not like the not Urban Decay, the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes where they just had kind of more of a soft touch. Let's see. I have two levels of old. I have old and then I have really old. Oh, goodness gracious, Jen. I'm going to spend all of live chat looking for things. But it's not the same as the, I'm trying to say it's not the same as oh, here we go. Here's Soft Glam. So this has a velvety, well, I guess it is about this. It is kind of the same. Look how disgusting my Soft Glam is. It got green on it somehow, which is very unattractive. It actually does feel the same. Now putting them side to side, they do feel kind of the same and they do get dirty and they are difficult to clean. So that is a thing. That is a thing. So, I mean, it really, y'all, it's up to you whether you want to get it, but I would strongly encourage you not to buy it just because if you want to buy this, I feel like the reason why you want to buy it is just for the nostalgia, just for the collecting, just because it's iconic. And it's not because you don't have these colors and you feel like you're going to use it all the time and you know this is something you don't already have. That's not the reason to buy it. It really is just for I always wanted it and now I can get it. No, it's a marketing trick. Know that they're doing this on purpose because they're tapping into your emotions. But sometimes we just let companies do that to us, and that's okay. That's okay too. I don't want to shame anybody for getting it either because I get it. I totally get it. All right. Here we go. Jody says, I bought one when they were being discontinued. They were half off and hardly ever use it. Yes. And I think that's probably what's going to happen with a lot of people, but some people don't mind that you're just getting it for the collecting purpose and it's not really about using it, if that makes sense. All right. I know it makes sense. All right. Excuse me. I don't really talk this much ever since I had COVID. I haven't talked this much. So I may have to cough and breathe a couple of times. All right. So let's talk about the next product. And this is from Too Faced. This is called the Disco Crush High Shine Glitter Eye and Face Sparkle. 6 shades. It says a traditional eyeshadow is about a gram of that's my commentary. It says a creamy dimensional eyeshadow and face glitter with unique reflective qualities and intense sparkle for a hyper-pigmented wet look shine. Okay, here are the swatches. This is what it looks like. And I looked at this and I saw the price on it. And I was like, this is $30. Okay, how big is it? Right? It's a 1.46 grams, something like that. It's about a gram and a half of product. I want to show you what a gram and a half of product looks like. So it's actually a tiny bit smaller than this. This is the Fantasy Cosmetica Pigment Palette, and this is the Fighter Palette. These eyeshadows are 1.5 grams each. So you're paying $30 for this size of a product. That's what you're going to be paying for. Too Faced has lost their minds. I think that is out of freaking control. It'd be one thing if they had to. I'm reaching back and getting all these things. Did I put? Damn it! It's like I had something there forever. I was going to show you the Too Faced Diamond product that was like looked like a diamond. That had like some cool packaging. It was really unique looking. It had like this like bevelly thing going on. Like I kind of get when you spend extra money on packaging or design or something like that, charging a little bit more. But y'all, this is not worth $30. I don't care what kind of magic is in there. It is not worth $30 for this much product. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? I actually want to talk to you about what's on my eyes today when we get to the midpoint very, very soon. I feel like what you get in this eyeshadow palette that was sent to me in PR, what you get in this is just as good as what you're getting in that. I think it is absolutely out freaking outrageous that they are charging $30 for this. It is tiny. It is tiny. If they had doubled the price and charged $30, I mean, double the price, doubled the size of it and charged $30, maybe. But I feel like for something like this in 2024, the price from Too Faced for a single shadow, $15. I feel like that's still overpriced. Maybe 20 if we're going to stretch it. But 30 is out of freaking control. And I really hope anybody that buys them absolutely loves them because the price on that is, to me, is ridiculous. And it's not something you can't get from indie brands. Gemma Martin, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely not. Emmeline says distracted by the beautiful Fantasy Cosmetica palette. This was also sent in PR. None of this is sponsored, by the way. It was given to me at the Creators and Friends event. It is a very pretty palette. Indie does just do it better, Jilly Mac. Indie does do it better. And it's like you can get so many of those shades. So many of those shades in one palette. The exact same size. And you're getting it in a palette for, let's say, maybe $50, and but you're getting like 12 shades of the exact same size. Out of control. Out of control. Yes, Genevieve, $41 Canadian for that. That is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Tish says they're trying to go for indie brand multi-chrome pricing, except they have the means to make it cheaper. Yes. And the thing is like if you're getting a Cleona shadow, Cleona shadows are so much more beautiful than that. Like that is a pretty shadow. I'm gonna say it straight up. I picked this one specifically because this is like my favorite color of eyeshadow of all time is like the pink with a little bit of a blue shift, which I don't know if this has. Let's look at the swatches. No, it doesn't. They're not even multi-chromes. They're just metallic. They're just metallic. Yeah. So anyway, I think that they are going after that pricing, but they're not even delivering, Tish. Like that's what obsessed me so much is you're absolutely right. They're going after the indie brand multi-chrome pricing. They do have the means to make it cheaper, but they're not even giving us that multi-chrome, like that expensive, what makes sense to be expensive, the all of the shifts and the complexities and all of that. Jesse says, does anyone else think it looks like sprinkles? It does kind of look like sprinkles. And speaking of that, let's talk about the reviews so far because this has been out for a minute. Uh, Reviews are not stellar. Even the five-star reviews are complaining about needing a primer for creasing, the product being too small for the price, and issues with lasting power. The negative reviews talk about lack of pigment, fallout, and of course the size being an issue for the price. I definitely recommend Allie Dawson, who did a review on her channel, and it really does look very small. If you're not familiar with Allie Dawson, she does a lot of makeup reviews. I've met her at Creators and Friends. Very, very lovely person. She shows them in action in her latest try on of new products. So definitely recommend going to check it out. Allie absolutely loves them, but my issue is I would imagine that there is a market for these. There are people that are going to love them, but the price for what you can get other places is out of freaking control. Out of control. So that's kind of what I wanted to say about that. Yeah, that's gonna be a big no for me. I think that if they wanted to charge 30, they should have made them bigger, made them more like highlighter size. That makes more sense to me. All right, moving on to Fenty. They came out. Oh, did I miss? I had a picture of this by itself, but I'll just show you this one. Fenty came out with a new blush. These are the suede powder blushes. They are people were asking in on the internet as I was browsing about this, what's the difference between this and their other blushes? So let's talk about what Fenty says. There's 6 matte shades, there's 2 shimmer shades, they're $28 each. So you're going to get 4 grams of product in here from Fenty. Of course, it's a matte shade. It's a little different than the complexity of the Too Faced, right? It's different purpose, but it's still a powder product. 4 grams of product for $28, where you're getting 1.4 grams of product here for $30. Just out of control. I know it's a different product, but it's still powder in a pan. So back to the Fenty. We have, they say in comparison with their Cheeks Out blush, first, the Cheeks Out blush is a cream. This is a powder. They call this one rich, blendable, and high impact. The cream one, they say it's buildable and impossible to overdo. They say this one is waterproof, sweatproof, and humidity resistant. So this is going to be your pigmented blush. This is going to go on with a punch, and then you're going to have to use some elbow grease to blend it out. Where the cream blushes that they have are more of you can't really, they build slowly, so you can put on some, put on some, put on some. But if you want that punch packed in one shot, you're going to go with these Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder blushes. I really feel like at this point, Fenty's just fleshing out their line with all of the things. I don't really see anything special about this that makes it unique in any way. It's just Fenty coming out with all of the things. That's kind of the way that I feel about it. I do think it's necessary. This one actually kind of steps away from the other things as far as it being weird. I don't think it's weird. I think it's actually quite ordinary. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with ordinary. And some people just like to collect certain, all the products from certain brands, which is totally fine. And this would add to that collection. It doesn't seem like it's something that you absolutely need. I want to show you again, when we get to the center, what blush I'm wearing today. I freaking love this brand, and it's a drugstore brand. So I that's kind of where I'm at right now, is I'm trying to really use and share the drugstore stuff that's just as good as high end. I do recognize that some people really need a strongly pigmented blush, especially one that doesn't have a white base. There's a lot of discussion about the white bases and blushes now and how they don't work for all skin tones. Fenty is going to take care of that and make sure that that's okay. Oh my goodness, you can hear it in my voice. Woo! Starting to get froggy over here. But yeah, I mean, I get it why Fenty's releasing it. It makes a lot of sense. Do I think that everybody needs to go out and get this, that it's something unique? Not really, honestly. Pink Expression says, ugh, they're losing the packaging uniqueness. Yeah, I agree with you, Pink Expression. I don't think that these are particularly unique in the packaging. It's just another blush. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it looks cheap though, which is good, which Fenty shouldn't look cheap. I do think that it's on brand, but it's not, it's definitely not unique. I agree with you. I agree. Oh, 42 to my happy birthday. Was it? Margaritaville, I think he said, and thank you for being a member for 19 months. Happy birthday. Too Faced makeup post Sweet Peach sucks. Sweet Peach collection actually was pretty good, I have to say. They really did a good job on that collection. They really did. Yes. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to anybody celebrating a birthday right now. I see a lot of people commenting that they either have birthdays or just wishing a happy birthday. Yeah, you know what? Anna, you might have a point. Does this compare to the new House Labs blush? I wonder if it's direct competition. Maybe. It might be. It absolutely might be. Very interesting. All right. So while we are at 25 minutes, before we move on to number 4, which is a weird one, let's talk about what's on my face today very quickly. So I want to talk to you about this eyeshadow palette. Again, sent in PR. I always want to be transparent with you, but I had no obligation to mention it. There's no payment. I don't earn a commission. It's just they sent this to me and I'm really enjoying it. This is the Artitude Cosmetics Metamorph palette. Check this out. This palette is so pretty. Check out this shade down here. This one right here. I guess it's not the same as what they're showing, but as far as the Too Faced one, but let me swatch some of these for you. Actually, I'll swatch what's on my eyes today. So I use this gold called Nectar. Like, what is happening there? And then I also use the shade Renew, which is a multi-chrome shade. That's what's on my lid today. Just the pigmentation on these is just straight metallic. It actually kind of reminds me of Sydney Grace shadows and how much I was losing my mind over those. I haven't gotten anything from Sydney Grace in a minute, but this formula reminds me of that. I'm going to swatch some of the other ones that I've been using and really loving. The shade Cocoon, which is that shifty one that I showed you, and then the shade Pollen. This actually reminds me of a shade from an old Laura Lee palette. Was it Nudie Patootie, I think? But look at these. Just out of control as far as the pigment goes. Just really, really good, really fun. And I don't know the price point on this, but I want to say that it's like 40 bucks, something like that. I also want to swatch this green here because I did swatch it. I haven't used it yet, but it's really pretty. And then I'll swatch some of the mattes that I've been using. I've been using this brown a lot. For What's Up in Makeup today, I use the brown and then the shade Monarch, which is like this mauvey pinky shade. I will tell you that the Monarch shade, this one right here, is definitely pinker on the skin than it is in the pan. So let me just kind of put this up here. But oh my gosh, am I having so much fun with this palette? Just so much fun. Really, really enjoyable. Highly, highly recommend. This is my 3rd Artitude palette. And actually, it's funny because Artitude found me because I bought the Phoenix palette for Phoenix for a holiday. I think it was for Christmas. Phoenix didn't really have any eyeshadow palettes. And even though I could have given them one, the fact that it was called Phoenix made me really happy. So I bought them the Phoenix palette, and then they recognized my email address, and then they've been sending me PR since then. So my first purchase from Artitude was actually purchased, and Phoenix uses that palette all the time. But I've really been enjoying Artitude's formula. They do a wonderful job. So if you are interested in like the shifty Too Faced looking shadows, look into indie brands like Artitude. The Odin's Eye stuff is very similar as far as like the quality of it, is the multi-chromes and all of that. Sydney Grace, of course. There's just so many indie brands that do it. You can get the exact same thing in a palette for so much cheaper. You can get an entire palette for $40, $50 instead of one shadow for $30. It just doesn't make any sense. Excuse me. So on my cheeks today, I wanted to share with you, I have been loving these Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes. I've both purchased these and gotten these in PR. This one is in the shade Rosy Rosewood. I can't stop using these. I keep reaching for them and they last for freaking ever. Like, I've used this so many times and it doesn't even look like I've used it at all. They last forever. They're so cheap. What are they, like $6 or something a piece? If you're looking for something that is good and solid and it's going to work and it's gonna last and it's gonna look good, the Essence Pure Nude blushes are freaking fab. Like, if you want something fancy because you want something fancy, like, totally go for it. Like, do it. Like, do what you want. It's your money. Absolutely. This packaging is cheap looking. It's not, anything that you're gonna put on a shelf and display or brag about that you have, but it's gonna work. And it's going to last you forever. If you want a functional, very good blush, these Essence Pure Nude blushes are freaking fab. On my lips today, this was PR. This is ColourPop's So Juicy in the shade Plumping Gloss Bomb. I have no idea. What shade is this? Oh, it's on the bottom. Duh. Okay. Vacay Mode is what is on my lips today. And it is a very comfortable formula. It's that clicky pen formula. It is glossy with pigment. So that's kind of how that comes out. And it feels good. It's got a nice feel to it. It's the same kind of formula as the formulas we've seen coming out. There's no spiciness to it or anything, or any kind of like plumping. I don't like plumping stuff. I don't like the way it feels. So I personally really, really like these. My only complaint about these is they do get dirty on the inside. They get kind of gross. Oh, let me see how it's getting kind of gross on the inside. It's kind of nasty, but other than that, the formula itself is really good. And I very much enjoy it. It's very comfortable. I like the pigment on it. It doesn't have like a great lasting power, obviously, because it's not super pigmented and it's a gloss. So you do need to reapply it, but it is very, very pretty. So that is what is on my face today. Aw. Eldridge says, as a fellow non-binary person, it always makes my heart feel so warm and fuzzy to hear you loving your children as they are. It reminds me there's parents who really do understand. Absolutely. And I'm really hoping that there will be more people that will understand, because what I'm learning, the more people I talk to people about, Phoenix being non-binary and all of that, it is confusing for some people at first. It really is. People don't understand because they just haven't heard of it. They haven't been educated on it. But once I explain it to people, a lot of times people are pretty understanding, at least to my face. They're pretty understanding. Hopefully they're understanding in private as well. But really it just takes just awareness and education for anything in this world. And I think that it's just one of those things that we just need more awareness and education. And, it's not hurting anybody. Just let people be themselves. It's like, mind your business, live your life, let other people live their lives. It's like, I don't understand, but hopefully things will get better on that front. I hope. All right, so let's move on to the next one. We've got 3 weird ones coming up. Yes, 3 weird ones. They're all weird. There we go. Let's talk about the next one. This right here. This is from a brand called Wonder Skin. They partnered with Chipotle for Lipotle. This is a lip stain. It is a guacamole proof lip stain. They say the custom peelable green colorway lip mask reveals a nude pink stain when removed. Created exclusively for the Mexican restaurant chain to celebrate World Avocado Day. I don't believe Chipotle is Mexican. Isn't it like considered Tex-Mex? Like, I don't think it's actually Mexican, right? Am I wrong there? But anyway, World Avocado Day was July 31st. And how this works is that you apply the lip stain like a lip gloss, and then you let this green color shine through as it dries down, right? The green kind of solidifies on your lips, right? Then you let it sit for 30 seconds if you want just a little bit of color. If you want a lot of color, you let it sit for like a whole minute. Then you spray on this Wonder Blading activator to seal in the pigments, is what they say. And that's going to stop it from fading and smudging for up to 10 hours. Then you're going to peel the lip mask to reveal the nude rose Lipotle color, which is that mauve-y color. Have you all tried these? Because I did try one of these and I absolutely freaking hated it. It was from an indie brand that I'm not going to mention because I just hate to. I think it's just the formula. And didn't this format start in an MLM? Isn't this from Lip Sense? Isn't that who started this formula where like you like spray on this like disgusting like chemically tasting, I know everything's a chemical, but it's chemically tasting stuff to like set it and then you peel it off. Like, I tried one once. I did not like it. I have not used it since. It's ew. But I will tell you that this particular collaboration is sold out. They do have on their website a little link if you're looking for a restock. Usually these kinds of collabs do not restock, but there is a place to sign up for notifications if you want to know in case they restock. I would seriously doubt it that they will. It might just be a way to get your email so they can send you emails. But yeah, I mean, it's It doesn't, this doesn't even scream Chipotle to me. Like, other than the fact that it is avocado green when it, like, dries, like, that color is avocado green, shiny avocado green. Nothing about this screams Chipotle. Like, what is it's all marketing. It's all marketing, but very smart on Wonderskin, because I wouldn't be talking about them if it wasn't for this collaboration. So very, very smart of them. A lot of people confirming that Chipotle is, in fact, not Mexican. Absolutely not. Not Mexican. Kirsten, yes, basically build your own Tex-Mex. Yes. The stain color is really pretty. Yes. But the whole process is so awful. At least in my opinion, it's so awful. Like the letting, I guess it's for people that enjoy like peeling masks, because you have to peel it off. Maybe it's for people that like that. See, other people want it. Maybe it's just me. Sarah wants it. Joe, thank you for the welcome back. I appreciate you. Sorojan says that sounds like too much to do for me personally. Yeah, I mean, I think that some people just really enjoy a process with their makeup, which is great. So maybe it's specifically marketed at those people. I don't know. I just don't. Yeah. Genevieve says, I tried it, not this color, but it was Wonderskin and I returned it. So unflattering. And another thing I found about this kind of lip stain is that I do have some very small fine lines around my lips, and it did seep into the fine lines around my lips, which I did not enjoy. So that was a thing. Yeah, Lori agrees, too much work. Tish says the peel off lip stains are really popular on TikTok. That makes sense because it's something visual that people can get into and watch and enjoy the satisfaction of watching it be peeled. That makes perfect sense, Tish. Holly says the color looks cute, but I don't know if I could do all the weird step. Lip products always get me. Yeah, I'm with you. I am with you. So yeah, Butterfly Girl says no, I need more in less time. Absolutely. Lori says I tried explaining Chipotle to my dad, and after he said he wasn't into it. Oh, is there more to that story? Oh, and after he said he wasn't into it, yeah. I'm not a big, Tex-Mex kind of person. I've never really enjoyed, Tex-Mex food that much. I'll usually just stick to the things that I know are good. I've never really enjoyed it that much. Like, I stick to really American-y stuff like fajitas and, I would really like to have, like, real Mexican food and try it. There's an ASMR channel that I love. Her name is ASMR Joni, and she lives just right across the border in Mexico. She's Mexican, and she does these videos about Mexican culture, and I love learning from her about that. So she did one where it was a if you don't know about ASMR, it's like relaxation videos, like role playing is a lot of what she does. So the idea of the role play was that she was a catering company for a party, and she was explaining the difference between legitimate, authentic Mexican food and Tex-Mex, because she was helping the client to decide how much Tex-Mex they wanted and how much legit Mexican food, because it was going to be like a mixed audience or whatever, at this event that this fictional person was having. And it was so fascinating to me to learn about the difference between like what's Tex-Mex and what's actual Mexican food. I find the same thing fascinating when it comes to like Chinese food. It's amazing here in the United States where we just don't know, like all of our like supposedly, food places that are from, meant from other countries, they're very Americanized, and we're led to believe that it's actually real food from that country when it's not. And I wish that it actually was. Like, how nice would that be? I think we're getting better, especially in more like metropolitan areas, as far as having more like authentic food from the actual country rather than this Americanized version. We're getting a little bit more eclectic in our food palettes and things like that. So hopefully there'll be more of that where it's actually legit food from that country instead of some American version of it. Taco trucks are legit. I agree. We have one around here called DMV Taqueria that my husband and my son just lose their minds over. It's like the best food ever. So, but anyway, back to makeup. The Wonder Skin product, not going to be for me. I can see why people would want it, but I do think that it's gimmicky. I don't think that the vast majority of people are going to want to do a peel off lip product on the daily. It's more for fun than anything. That's something definitely I've been trying to consider when I purchase something, whether I'm getting it just for fun, for collector, or if I'm actually going to use it. Most of the time, I'm not actually going to use it. And that's where this one falls. All right. Next one. Y'all, what the hell is this? What is that? What is that? What is that? Real Techniques, what are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you doing? What is that? I will tell you what it is. So, this is what Real Technique says it is. Say goodbye to those thirsty sponges of your past and say hello to the Real Techniques Makeup Saver Sponge, lab tested to absorb 90% less makeup with innovative fingerprint technology, because we get it. Makeup should land on your skin, not in your sponge. More makeup on your face, less in the sponge, lab tested, mimics the feel of your fingers for precise application. It says it's perfect for reaching all areas of your face, ideal for liquids and creams, easy to clean. Simply wipe the film side with a damp cloth. Built to last and maintain performance over time. It is $8.99. Why are we doing this? Real Technique, let's have a heart-to-heart here. Why are we doing this? We know this doesn't work. We know that plastic, rubber, silicone, any kind of texture like that is not going to work. We've been here. We've done this. All it does is smoosh the product around the face. I don't care whether you put little fingerprints in it or not. It is still made of a material that does not work. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? It's so gimmicky. It's so gimmicky. They're feeding off of people that say, "Oh, I want to try this. This makes sense. I want to try it because I've never tried anything like this, and maybe it will work better." Y'all, if you've been using makeup for any length of time, you have a way you already have it, a way of applying your foundation, your concealer, your liquid, your cream products in a way that works great. You do. You know you already have a way. Why are we changing this? There's no reason to. There's no reason to. I get the use of less product. You want to use less product. There are many ways to use less product than something like this, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up either using your legit fingers to actually blend it in, because this is not going to blend it, or you're going to grab your sponge because this is not going to blend it. These do not work. We learned this many years ago. Do not buy this. It is not going to work. I'm just telling you right now, I have not tried it, but it is not going to work. Fingerprint technology, are you kidding me? Do we realize that our fingerprints do not look like that? I wish I could zoom this in. Like actual fingerprints. And also, the reason why it's not our fingerprints, it's not the ridges in our fingers that make something blend when we blend with our fingertips. It's the smooshiness of our fingers. It is the warmth of our fingertips. It is the control that we have. It's that we can feel it moving, right? And also your fingertips are free. You were born with them. They're free. They're literally attached to your hands. And you will never need to repurchase them, hopefully. This is the stupidest launch. I'm sorry. No, it's not stupid, though. It's not stupid. It's not. Because Real Techniques knows what they're doing. They know it's marketing. They know that people will buy into it. They know that people will look at it and say, "Oh, I want to try that." It's not stupid because it's marketing, but it is a stupid product. I'm just saying. All right. I know y'all are saying the same things. Let's look. All right. Oh, interesting. Megan said, "I already saw the Real Techniques fingerprint sponge at TJ Maxx." Really? I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Butterfly Girl says it's a footprint, right? It kind of looks like that. What do we think? What are they thinking? Debbie says. Eldra says, "No, not the fingerprint sponge." Robert's video on it was hilarious. I watched a little bit of Robert's video, and his main point was that Real Techniques sells the makeup sponges that they are, in fact, cheating on. They're actually known for that orange sponge. So Robert's point was, are you trying to stop sales of probably one of your most popular products, your Real Techniques orange sponge, by saying this one is so much better? Why are you doing that? And I think he has points. Dark Angel says they're playing themselves. Totally agree. Fingerprint applicator Mandy is laughing. Joe says hot take, but I think it looks good on people with lip fillers. Oh, you're talking about the lip products? I got a little confused. Yeah, Kezia says it looks like a boot print, a shoe print. It is so weird, Lori. It is so weird. Sturgeon says, "Thank you for addressing this weird sponge. No one else seems to be eyeing this. Are these stickers stuck to the sponge?" That's kind of what it looks like. I'm curious because it does look like the rest of it is a sponge, but then it says that it's easy to clean by wiping it off. But it does look like they're like built into, like stuck to a regular sponge, doesn't it? I'm not buying it. I'm sure someone will buy it and try it. It's absolutely freaking not. It's an absolutely freaking not for me. Joe says what makes fingertips great is the heat, warmth, and how bouncy the fingertips can be, not the texture. Exactly. It is not your fingerprint that is making anything blend. I think they're just trying really hard to come up with something new, and they're out of ideas. That's what it comes down to. And fair to be out of ideas. Absolutely fair. A lot of things have already been made. Fair. But absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, MJ, I'm not going to rag on you about this. Kind of like this idea. If you get it, MJ, you have got to promise me that you will come back and tell me what you think. Because I could be wrong. I've never tried this particular product. I could be 100% wrong on this. I could be. So MJ, if I am wrong, I will eat my words and I will apologize to you and to Real Techniques. Straight up. I will look in the camera and I will apologize. I don't think I'm wrong because I wouldn't say it if I thought I was wrong. But if I am wrong, I will apologize. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Mayo says, but I'm a brushes girl, not sponges. Yeah. And I think that we've all figured out a way we like to apply. And some people still apply with their fingertips. Free. Absolutely free forever. Lifetime supply of fingertips, hopefully. That's the goal, is to have a lifetime supply of fingertips. Never need to buy them again. And they're easy to clean. Just hopefully you're cleaning them often. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. Yeah, Izzy, let me just stamp swirly lines onto my face. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All right. I think we're all most of us are kind of on the same page with this. All right. Let us talk. This is interesting. See, Annette, you should be in formulation. You should be in product development. I'm surprised no one has made a heated sponge at this point. Yeah, maybe it's because it's like a fire hazard or something. You'd have to charge it. But that is kind of interesting. Maybe that might work somehow. I don't know logistically how to do that, but hey, it hasn't been done. Maybe someone will do it. All right. Last one. Y'all. It's another food perfume. Check this out. Auntie Annie's Pretzels. They're bottling the aroma of freshly baked pretzels with an exclusive new fragrance called Need. Knead. The perfume transforms the iconic aroma fans love into a wearable scent infused with notes of buttery dough, salt, and a hint of sweetness. Each spirit evokes the experience of passing an Auntie Annie's store. I always say Auntie Annie's. I know it's Auntie Anne's, but I always say Auntie Annie's. I'm probably going to go back and forth. And inhaling the nostalgic aroma of their pretzels. The chief brand officer over at Auntie Anne's, said this. There are few scents more recognizable than the aroma of Auntie Anne's. Smell is a special and powerful sense. Over the years, fans have shared their memories and experiences that began with just a whiff of our pretzels. We've bottled that moment and can't wait for fans to enjoy it in a whole new way. Let me just clap for that wording. Fans have shared their memories and experiences that began with just a whiff of our pretzels. Well done. I love that. All right. To celebrate the launch of Need, the brand is opening New York's first Pretzel perfumery on August 13th at 433 Broadway in Soho, New York, open from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Auntie Anne's fans will be the first to enjoy the Need fragrance while immersing themselves in a sensory experience. Visitors will receive a complimentary tote bag along with an Auntie Anne's original pretzel, and customers who purchase Need can take home an additional swag item of their choice. Need is available in 1 ounce and 3.4 ounce bottles for $25 and $45. At least it's not ridiculously overpriced. I mean, for pretzel scented fragrance, maybe it is, but I feel like $25 and $45, they could have done 100 and some dollars. People probably still would have bought it. If it was like $120 for the 3.4 ounce bottle, people would have bought it. So I'm glad that they're at least keeping it relatively reasonably priced. For those unable to attend the New York pop-up, Auntie Anne's signature fragrance will be available for purchase the following morning, August 14th, at auntie-anne's.com/need. KNEAD. So that is a thing. KFC has been doing this for years, coming out with weird products. I have a whole video on weird products that brands have launched, and there's an entire section on KFC. The whole video is about brand collaborations, but because the KFC stuff is not a collaboration, like this isn't a collaboration, at the very end, I go through all of the KFC launches that they've done. They've done sunscreen. They've done bath soaps, like soap on a rope that look like a chicken leg. They did fingernail polish. They've done perfume. This is a very smart marketing move. Anytime a food company comes out with any kind of beauty, cosmetic, fragrance product, it is going to draw attention. It is going to be great marketing. I honestly don't know why more brands don't do this, because people just want to smell it. They just want to have that experience. Are they ever going to use this perfume? No, but it is a novelty item and people are going to buy this. They're going to have a limited amount. It's going to sell out. I would imagine on the 14th, it'll be available for maybe 15 minutes before it sells out. It's going to create a ton of buzz for Auntie Anne's. Just very, very smart marketing. Is it a stupid product? Absolutely. 100% stupid. 10 out of 10 stupid. But that doesn't matter because it is all about the marketing of it. It's all about the marketing. It's going to be a limited release. The people that want it will buy it. The people that don't, a lot of people that want it won't be able to buy it. And, it's bringing attention. I think that more food companies should look into doing this. And I'm honestly surprised that more don't. That's kind of the way that I feel about it. I think most people will think that it's dumb and won't buy it, but they will make a limited enough amount that they will sell out. Yes, and also, Sarah says KFC made a fire log that smells like fried chicken. That is real. 100%. Oh, hi, Sandra. It's good to see you listening and cooking. I'm sure you're making something amazing. Hi, good to see you. Katari says this will attract people to me. Like you always see people swarming the Auntie Anne's at the mall. True. And it does smell good. I will admit, Auntie Anne's pretzels do smell good. Do I want to smell like that? No, absolutely not. But they do smell good. Yeah, exactly, Soph. Okay, but I love bread and I'm curious to smell this. And you are not alone. A lot of us love bread. And Auntie Anne's makes legit products. I'm just going to say that. I really do enjoy their food. There is a little bit of a metallic taste, though, to their butter that I don't enjoy. Have you noticed that? There's a little bit of maybe it's not the butter, maybe it's the pretzel itself. There's a little bit of a metallic-y kind of taste, but I kind of get over it pretty quickly because just the whole experience is so good. I like the pretzel dogs. I like the mini pretzel dogs. So good. So freaking good. See, this is smart. Tiffany, you need to be working for Auntie Anne's. If it were cinnamon sugar pretzel scent, I'd be down for it. See, that could be what they come out with at the holiday season. If they were smart, they would. Y'all are so smart. Tiffany, you're so smart. Misty Moon, the only food I want to smell like is fruit, maybe vanilla or honey. Yeah, I've been very much into the vanilla scents lately. Been using a lot of those and very much enjoying them. Vanilla and fruit too. There's a peach scent that I recently got my hands on and very much enjoy it. I like smelling like food, but not necessarily pretzels. Not really my jam. So yeah, so those were the launches that I wanted to talk to you about. There were some other things that I didn't end up like researching and like taking pictures of and stuff, like Guerlain's Poochie release. I think it's how you pronounce it, Poochie. Psychedelic printed makeup collaboration. I thought that looked kind of cool. We also have Dolce and Gabbana coming out with designer dog perfume. I meant to look into that more, forgot, but there's some dog perfume. Not surprised that Dolce and Gabbana is doing that, but that's a thing. Very smart market, honestly. People love their dogs so much to have their dogs smell good. Absolutely. I can see that being a thing. They just have to be careful that it doesn't irritate the dog's skin. I would imagine it wouldn't be alcohol based, that they'll use existing dog products in order to formulate it. That's what I would imagine. Dog perfume, super, super freaking smart. Cover Effects came out with a sweat-proof foundation. Sigma came out with their hydrating tint. Those were other things that I took notes on, but I didn't dive deep in them. But next week, we'll go back to regular product report. We're just going to start from scratch with the things that launched this week instead of going all the way back and doing a deep dive into all of the little things. Yeah, dog perfume. I think it's so smart. Honestly, dogs smell. They can smell, especially like my dogs like to roll in the dirt. We do bathe them and Haley gets groomed, but they do end up smelling. So I might consider, probably not from Dolce and Gabbana because it's gonna be way too damn expensive, but if they made like dog perfume that like was like perfume that I would wear, I might purchase it. Having my dog smell like blueberries or something, yes. Give me that. I want all of it. Soraya wants pretzels now. Me too. I kind of do too. I'm kind of with you on that. I'm kind of with you. All right. Excuse me. So, do y'all want to talk about anything else? We got about 5 minutes left. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. We have a few minutes left. JK, it's good to see you. Yep. Feel free to come back and watch it on the replay. It'll be there. It'll be there for you. I wanted to click on Allison. Allison says, wouldn't perfume drive a dog crazy? Their noses are so responsive. You know what? That's an excellent point. I hadn't thought about that. Like with my dog, Sam, he's a hunting dog. His nose is really sensitive. So maybe that wouldn't be good. But I guess it wouldn't be much different than like a scented shampoo that has been used for dogs for a long time. I don't know though. That's a really good point. That's definitely something to look into because I definitely wouldn't want, because dogs can't talk, they can't tell you that they're not enjoying something. And if let's be for real, for a lot of dogs, when you dress them up and, a lot of things we do with our dogs, it's for the human. It's not really like you buy them cookies. It's for the human. It's not really as much for the dogs a lot of the time. Some dogs, though, love all of that. Like I remember Samantha March's dog, Aries. She loved clothes. She was so cute. Did you ever see Aries picking out her sweaters for the day? Like Samantha would lay out the sweaters and Aries would pick her sweater for the day. It was the cutest thing. So it's not all things, but that's definitely something to look into, Allison, that I hadn't thought of. So that's very, very important point that I would love to hear an expert on the field talk about. So yeah. Yeah. Blue Dolphin says, found the Tati news interesting. Halo Beauty. She's done with vitamins now. Yeah. I mean, I genuinely believe that Tati believes in Halo Beauty. I genuinely do. But I don't think, because the thing about Halo Beauty is that Clark Swanson, who was the business partner, he was the vitamin expert. He was the guy that knew all about vitamins. And let's be real, vitamins are a huge money-making market right now. I mean, there are so many supplement companies that are making millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's a smart market to go into. So I have a feeling, I don't know this, but I have a feeling that it was her relationship with Clark Swanson that led to the creation of Halo Beauty. And I do believe that Tati believed in it and really thought that it would be a good product. And I think that she believes in the product, but I do think that Clark was probably the driving force behind the choosing of doing that versus choosing to do Tati Beauty first. So it makes sense to me that Tati would leave Halo Beauty. especially since all of this is done. I actually went over to the Halo Beauty Instagram page because I was looking for a picture of Tati with the vitamins in order to put it in the thumbnail, to put it in the video. And they've scrubbed Tati pretty much entirely off of their Instagram. There's no pictures of Tati left, except for the ones where it's the box with the vitamins sitting in it and Tati, her picture is on the top of the box. Other than that, Tati is not on the Halo Beauty Instagram anymore. It seems like she's pretty much just given it to Clark. The only way I can see, it seems like, I don't know that for a fact. That's just what it seems like. The only way I can see Halo Beauty surviving is there's two ways. One, they get another celebrity to endorse it, to be the face of it. The other one is to get it in stores somehow, like get it in like vitamin shops and stuff like that, and somehow market it differently. Do some kind of really great marketing for it and get it without a celebrity endorser, but sold in mainstream stores. That's the only way I can see Halo Beauty surviving. And I don't know. I don't know if they have the funds or the means to get it in mainstream stores, but I really feel like it's kind of like Naturium. With Naturium, Susan Yara kind of popped it off, but really Naturium took off when they went into stores and people started, the packaging is pretty. It was the marketing of it, the quality of the products. I don't think it was Susan that really, like her face, that really sold Naturium. I think it was really just the product itself and the packaging and the marketing and the branding. And if they can do that with Halo, I think Halo will be fine. But I don't know if they will actually do that. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. Thank you so much to Jennifer for gifting 5 memberships. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Lori says, I get that Tati needs money, but TikTok is QVC at this point. It really is. It is. Do you remember, though? This is not actually off-brand for Tati. Do you remember when Tati was selling on Amazon? Tati had a whole Amazon show where she was selling stuff on Amazon. I remember tuning into it once. She was actually like hired by Amazon to sell stuff. Tati's a very good salesperson. I don't think that it's very off brand for her, but I think that it's different than like Jacqueline, where Jacqueline has presented herself as a salesperson from the jump. I feel like Tati has always been a little more authentic, and the salesy stuff I think is really putting some people off. I get it though. She's got to get money to relaunch her projects. Like, I get it. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I personally would really love Tati Beauty to come back. I loved the eyeshadow palette. She did send it to me in PR. I have the little box here, the little PR box. Here's my tech. I still have it like over here. This is my little PR box, and I got my little note from Tati, and the palette's not in here because it's somewhere else, but yeah, I mean, it was a really, really good palette, genuinely. The Blendiful was just kind of okay for me. I didn't think it was really necessarily necessary, but I don't think that was supposed to be the end. That was just supposed to be like an accessory. But I would love to see the Texture Neutral Volume 2 come out. I would love to see that. And the original. I hope she relaunches the original and the Volume 2. But we'll see. I don't know if it's going to still be made by Seed Beauty. Seed Beauty did a fantastic job with the formula. I don't know if she'll be able to get the same formula or not, get the same deal. But I'm crossing my fingers. I hope that it goes well for her. I genuinely do. Y'all know I've been a Tati fan for freaking years. I don't give her a pass on things. I don't. I'm still not super easy on her, but I do think that Tati's a genuinely good person. I genuinely do. And especially the more I'm doing this research into Dramageddon 2, Dramageddon 3, she's a good person, y'all. And I know some people are going to be mad at me for saying that, but I'm going to present you the evidence because it's actually there, like where you'll be able to see it for yourself. But that's coming in James Charles Part 3. I am still very much working on it. I am watching every single video, all the 40-minute long videos, and I'm taking copious notes and then looking through it and really evaluating what was actually said, because some of the things are said so like this. Like if you rewatch Bye Sister, there's re-uploads of it. If you rewatch it, She's so freaking out of order. She's all over the place in that video. It's hard to even understand what she's saying, what she's really saying, because it's so just off the cuff and all over the place. So what I did was I rewatched it, I took notes, and I reorganized it so that it was actually digestible and understandable. And there's a lot of things that I think we missed in Bye Sister, especially after the other videos came out. Things that connect that we may not realize connected. And I'm really anxious to share that stuff with you and all the things that I'm like, why didn't I see that? Why didn't I see that? So that's what I'm working on now, but I will not release that video until it is 100% ready. And it's just, there's no way it's going to be ready. I don't even think it's going to be ready this week. I think that it's going to have to be another week or two. Coming back and getting COVID set me back a whole nother week. And I want this to be really good and really well done. So it's going to be a minute. But anyway, I should go. It's 4 minutes over. I'm so sorry, moderators, for keeping you. I will let you go. Thank you all so much for being here for live chat. I hope that you enjoyed it. I am looking forward to creating more content for you very soon. What's Up in Makeup should be back to regular normal next week. I am going to be head first in the James Charles stuff. I want to let you know, order the foundation maker machine, the $300 foundation maker machine. That is on its way to me. So I don't know when that video will be up, but I have big plans for that video, and I'm very excited to try it, not just for myself, but on other people as well, and see how the shade matches go. So we shall see. Hopefully, I haven't asked the people that I want to ask if they will participate. Hopefully they will. Cross your fingers for me. And yeah, so that may even come out before the James Charles video, just because it's easier to do. Thank you all so much for being here. So that's kind of where what I want to say is that there isn't going to be a ton of content on the channel until this James Charles video is out, except for maybe the foundation video. But I'm working on it. Just know that I'm working behind the scenes. I'm working a lot to bring you amazing stuff. But What's Up in Makeup will be back next week, regular, normal, full strength. Have a wonderful week. I'd love to you, and I'll see you in a video next weekend. All right, bye.